food. It works. Okay, the hat can go there. Um, where am I going? What am I doing? Okay, you lot. You get the questions up, and Laurel will and Teresa, and I will answer them after you. Please don't make them too difficult. I've had a tough day. All right, we have that over there. We have this here, and we have to get the dog. Where is the doggy? Doggy, that a good girl. Oh, chaos, get out of the way. Come on, Bailey. Time to get the basket. She's a good girl. Oh, we'll get her out of your bed. Don't worry about it. You want to get the basket first, please? You got to get the basket. Is that a good position? Oh, there she goes. Here, you want to feed her this while I do the. She has it now.
Bailey.
Let me just put that down a little. Now that I can play with this.
Bailey.
That's pretty good.
Too good.
That's pretty good. Okay. What a difference a day makes. Who is the next day to leave for service? Oh, we got a lot of questions. Okay, we got questions, don't we? Now, first of all, Chaos, get out of her bed. Bailey, get in your bed. Oh, you just want to chase her out. Get in the bed. Where are you going? Do you want to do something? You want to go outside? What do you want to do? You going to get in the bed? In the bed. Hop. I think she wants to go out. I can't believe it, but that's all right. I could have the stool. She doesn't want to go outside. She's blowing smoke. Chaos, that's her bed. Get out of there. Thank you. Good girl, Chaos. Is she locked out?
No, I left the door back.
Okay, now she's back. Bailey, get up in your bed, quick, the damn puppy. Uh-oh, there's pee in there. Get off there. Opal. Bailey, get up. Pee pads. Get the pee pads out. Here we have a purple envelope.
Hey!
Those black puppies are very lively. Do we know which puppies those were?
I know.
Okay.
Andrew and Luke.
Andrew and Luke. Is that this one here?
It's this, nope. This one and that one.
Is that the white strip? I've seen him be trouble before. Okay. I found a nice envelope. See? I did think it was a nice envelope. Couldn't just send the envelope, so I enclosed some funds for the fun fund. Yes. Yes. I've lost the fun fund. It's around. There it is. I had an idea for the fun fund today. I hate to mention it because I don't want everybody to go out and buy it. But I did, there was one CP who was asking, and so I told her about it, the present to dress up Grace's room, which is going to be finished very soon. if we ever get organized. Here we go. Texas is with us. Sarah Lee. Oh, my Jimmy Dean. Damn it. The problem with Jimmy Dean is they don't sell it at Costco. So consequently, I don't get a breakfast. Huh?
I saw them today.
At Costco?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's just sausage.
Oh, okay.
It's not the whole breakfast. I have looked and looked and looked at Costco, and they don't ever have it. Maybe they got something today. I don't know, but well, usually what they have is just the sausage. Don't want sausage. They want the potatoes and everything else. Okay. Another one. Eating in the microwave. That's why we bought those black puppies out. I have a feeling they're a little bit too rough. So I think that all night long, whoever's here, who's here tonight?
Hillary.
Hillary, won't she have a good time? Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. Okay, so we did those. I hope you're coming up with a question, because we only got one box.
Yep.
Lord knows we had enough boxes yesterday. Okay. Somebody's messed up my drawer. There we go. Do you remember the ghost of the upper left drawer? Ghost? Got GL. They had a name for it the other day, and I totally forgot about it. Remember, all of a sudden it picked up this smell, and I couldn't locate the smell, and we cleaned the drawer, we cleaned everything, and finally it just clean went away. But so everybody decided it was a ghost of my upper left drawer. These are from Sharon. Oh, wow. Bunches of them. Whoa. Okay, get them out of there. Not that one. They're not going to want to play with that. Who's doing that? Oh, that's right. We walked into the... Watch my...
Yeah.
We have the chimes. Oh, I forgot it. We have the chimes in the kitchen. And every once in a while somebody runs into them. And then we can't figure out where the noise is coming from. Okay, hurry up, Laura. Questions?
Who is the next Dane to leave for service?
I don't know. We're trying to, there are a couple of people we're trying to get back for more, to watch them more. We like to get people back a second or third time that have applied for a dog so we can watch them move, talk to them, see whether they're ready for a dog, etc. And I hope one of them's ready, because I think this dog, I think we got a match up ahead of us, but we got to wake up the gal and say, hey, come on, we're ready, you know? I think she has to get better prepared at the moment, but we'll figure it out. Next.
What a difference in, where did you learn your dog training techniques?
Oh, fortunately from no one. I think if I had ever taken dog training lessons, I'd be behind the eight ball. Because everybody I know that's taken dog training lessons has all sorts of terminology that I never heard of. And they do very strange things like turn a puppy upside down and pinch his toes and do things that I wouldn't do to a puppy. Maybe they're right, I don't know, but I don't do those things. I just yell when they get into cookies by mistake. Hey, puppies! But I have just done it, by golly and by gosh, it's a question of watching how the animals are behaving and see what works and doesn't work. I've had an awful long time making animals perform on an instant type basis, where you have to all of a sudden make a dog do something that you hadn't prepared them for in the movies. Because as it happened in one case, it was, oh my word, I wish I never got into this, but it was the guy with the big glasses, Ed Begley Jr. I've forgotten the show he was in, but at any rate, the show, the director called for a dog to come in and sit down next to him and bark. So I went to Boston with the dog, come sit down, bark at the instant I was He'd stop it when I told him to, et cetera, et cetera. Everything was perfect. And the dog did it absolutely perfectly. And the director said to me, I think I'd rather have him lick him in the face. Well, that's a whole nother ball game, you know? We already got the dog trained to do the come and sit and bark routine, but no, he wanted the other. So you have to figure out how to do that very, very quickly. So that I have a big history of that. And somehow I just put it together and how a dog thinks and all. I do think that these Great Danes don't train like anybody else. I have had all kinds. People say, oh, it's because you're stuck on Danes. I've had Dobermans, I've had Poodles, I've had Cocker Spaniels, I've had Basset Hounds, I've had Pit Bulls. And those are ones that I've raised. I had, litters and stuff like that, and et cetera. And a lot of mutts. But the Danes are different. They are thinkers, and you can't insult their intelligence. How's that for an answer? Go ahead, next one.
Who trims all the dog's toenails?
Me? Oh, no, anybody. Colleen is the best, because she's a groomer. Megan does a pretty good job. She only gets a bleeder once in a while. Me, I'm random. I don't cut as much off, because I've gotten in trouble too often. But we all do it.
Do you have a date yet for when Merlot will come to the farm?
No, but it's got to be pretty soon. It's supposed to be a week or 10 days ahead. She's been here before, so maybe a week. But it's going to have to be when somebody can go get her, or Lynn can bring her down, or somehow we've got to arrange it. We are pretty much ready for her because we can put her in the sunroom now, and the camera is all set to swing back and forth with me sitting here at my desk and pushing buttons. And I'm just thrilled with that. And furthermore, we're not tripping over the tripod. Okay?
How's Buddy doing?
Buddy was doing better yesterday than he did today. He came out, and I did have 3 of my dogs out. Opal, Bentley, and Mariah, and Chaos. That was a lot for Buddy to have to deal with, but they were being pretty good. But Opal and Mariah got in front of him by about 10 feet at one point, and he all of a sudden laid his ears back and took off after them, and they outran him, fortunately. But that's how a donkey will kill a wolf. And it's with their teeth, it's not with their heels. They're used in herds of sheep to kill wolves, because they're good at it. So he chased these two, and I was not happy with that, and I may have to figure out something like let him out to graze as long as his chin is tied to his front foot. That'll work. Or you can put hobbles on. There is an official thing of hobbles. They cost about $900 to buy, but if you're a cowboy, what you do is you take a grain bag or something of that sort, a pillowcase, and you put it on one foot, and you twist it, you slip it on the other foot, and gives them just enough so they can walk a little bit, but they can't chase a dog and hurt a dog. So that, we may have to go to that. And he'll learn. He's got to get his feet trimmed, too. I have called the blacksmith for him. Next. If you have to go that far, we're out of...
You always talk about letting the dog think when you speak to them and let them process the info instead of just constantly repeating commands. Do you think this applies to all dogs or just Danes?
It depends on the dog, individual dog. I had a cross between a beagle and a basset hound that was a thinker. We used her in a lot of commercials. Her name was Dee, and she was just a little friendly little brown and white dog. But we used her so often that I could take her into Boston, and she would spot the setup that we were going to use, which was usually white paper coming out of the ceiling and down onto the floor, so that they were just taking a picture of the pup. She would spot where the camera was, where it was headed, and she'd go sit right in front of the camera. And then when you tell her to do something, she would do it. And she knew it was going to be a repetitive thing over and over again. The only problem would be if you have to change it. We did a Clorox commercial once where she had to follow a little boy down the hall, and he goes into the bathroom, and she's supposed to sit right outside the door of the bathroom, which she did perfectly 2 or 3 times. And then the director says, let's have her sit on the other side of the hall, which, of course, that's not what we'd practice. So it would take a few minutes for her to say, okay, now I have something else to do. So I would have to do it a couple times with her going the other direction. But there were several times where I set her up. There was one looking into a refrigerator where the photographer said he took 42 rolls of film and the dog never moved, which is just about true. I think I've got that picture on the wall over there somewhere. She never moved. Just sit there. Just let me know when I could have the cookies. And she'd do it. And she loved the work. We have a picture of her, too, with false eyelashes on. And a set of pearls around her neck and a hat. And honestly, you'd think it was a person. With those damn eyelashes. And she never, I said, stay. Because, I mean, she wanted to blink and scratch them off and things like that. But stay. And she never moved. Never moved. She's in, my portfolio is in the guest house. That big, thick blue. I started keeping a portfolio, and she's in that. That's a good picture of her.
Will you write an autobiography? You could raise a ton of money
with this. No comment. It sounds like work. I'd probably have to spell everything right, or they wouldn't publish it. Some crazy fool would come along and tell me I couldn't spell.
Will you be needing metal cabinets to keep the critters out of Grace's stuff?
No. I think what we will do is we just will not allow any food upstairs. The rats don't go where there's no food. You know, they go where there's food. We do have an awful lot of Brooksby Village, I don't want to say old folks home, but the retirement community up the road. They redid their lockers downstairs, down the cellar, and they basically had 4x4 cubicles. You can see them in the back of the arena. And we have a bunch of those, and a rat cannot get into those. Those will be rat-proof. So I have a feeling we're going to be using them somehow, especially downstairs, because they may go and eat the grain from someplace, but then they'll come and sleep in the towels. So I think we have to do things like keep towels behind those metal. What do they call that metal? It's triangulated metal. Extruded metal. Go.
Carlene, given your love for Broadway music, did you go to the Broadway shows when they used to be in Boston?
Not in Boston, but I did go when they were in New York. I'm a New Yorker for starters. I'm born in Newburgh, New York. But we used to go in. It was back in the good old days when you could buy standing room only the day of the performance. They didn't sell it ahead of time. And so if you wanted to see a show badly enough, you could sleep on the sidewalk in front of the place and see any show coming. And this we did, and there were sort of the same bunch of people you met quite often in front of the different shows, where you just sleep on the sidewalk and get your ticket and then go. What are they doing?
The same two.
Huh?
The same two look like they're about to. Which pups born in recent litters do you plan to save for breeding?
I don't know. Those 4 puppies are awful nice puppies. They are nice puppies. Big square things. You know, because I like the looks of a Great Dane that I saw in a magazine. Beautiful dog. Cut the picture out and hung it on my wall. And I thought, oh, if I could only have a dog like that. Nice, beautiful Harlequin Dane. And now I've got so damn many Harlequins I can't tell them apart. So you got to be careful what you wish for, I guess. But I started with dogs out of the dog pound, but the one that I bought that kind of started my basic female line was a BMW female that I got from a very well-known lady in New York, Laura Kyalanes, and she won Westminster many times with her dogs. She was very, very knowledgeable. My only complaint about her was she inbred terribly, and I didn't like that. But at any rate, on we go.
Peter, the Tuffy who lives with the neighbors, is he likely a future candidate as a sire?
I don't think so. Last I saw him, I thought we had better ones.
This is a question for Devin. Who is on Devin's shirt?
Walter.
Who?
Walter.
Walter?
Yep.
Oh, Walter. I didn't even recognize his dog. I think that's two lumps of something looking at each other. Studying a pot. Looks like two birds studying a pot. Go ahead.
Could you move closer to the microphone? Trouble hearing.
Well, no, I'm, 4 inches from the microphone now? It has to be, oh, here comes our vocal group.
Jolly Green Giant.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
We're doing mail call. Did you have anything you want to say?
In the valley of the jolly green giant.
That's because he's been cutting grass and it gets all over his ankles.
It's all over my neck and my whole body.
Well, you had on your hazmat suit, didn't
I
you?
did.
Have hazmat suit?
I ripped it to shreds. I had to throw it away.
You're kidding.
No.
Wow, how come?
I don't know. Guess I put on weight.
Paul had one that lasted 6 months. All summer he wore the same suit.
I'm sorry,
And you
I
wear it
just-
one time.
I ripped it to shreds. I'm
You
sorry.
ripped it to shreds.
I'm hard on the hazmat suits.
Unbelievable. I had to live in those. That's why I ended up with so many of them.
You what?
I had to live in them for a couple
yeah, you
weeks.
told me, yeah.
I had a skin
I don't know
problem.
how you did that. I'd be
It was
sweating
awful.
to death.
It was terrible. It was that, and then there was
Could be
this.
good for losing weight, though.
I don't know. I could gain weight anyhow, but I had a couple weeks in the hazmat suit, and I also had a couple weeks in Saran wrap. You try.
Oh,
You try sleeping in Saran wrap.
No, thank you.
Okay, you smear yourself all up with Vaseline, and then you stick on the.
All right, too much information. Goodbye. Oh my God.
Well, I didn't have any skin.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
4 or 5 years ago, but I had a large problem with it. At any rate,
Yeah,
I got skin now. It itches, but I got
Glad to
it.
hear that.
I was hospitalized. I had a bad time. Okay, go.
Do you ever plan to expand and place dogs in Ohio?
I have
Not
no
unless
idea.
they move it closer to Massachusetts. Next question.
I don't know. We live day to day to day. It's all finances.
We could annex it.
Yep. We need a lot of money to have set up the whole thing in Ohio.
Yeah. Well, no.
You know
I
how much
mean,
money I got in this?
we bring Ohio closer to Massachusetts.
Oh, that could be. Actually, I've got.
We could just place part of New York State. I mean,
Yeah.
There's plenty of room.
Yeah. Just shove Cleveland over a little bit. Here we go. Okay. Are we done? Oh dear.
If a dog bonds with a trainer or volunteer, how do you get them to choose an applicant?
Because they don't take the volunteer or the trainer don't take them home and sleep with them. You know, by the time you take a dog out of a kennel situation and have it go with a person and be with a person all the time, they are thrilled. They love it.
And they have to pass a written exam, which the dog grades.
Right.
There you go.
Is Sheila still homeless in the north?
Yeah, she has not got her own home, that's for sure.
Let's see if we can call her cardboard box tonight.
Yeah. She always has her RV, and her mother had a house in Salem, and her kids are living in it. I guess she still owns it, but no, she does not have her own home. Oh, my goodness. Actually, I accused her the other day of maybe finding it was not quite so difficult not to have so much to take care of. Because after all, she came out of a house with 7 bathrooms. You know? I mean, you can spend your whole life cleaning up bathrooms. Look at this. We got some sort of problem here?
I stole my can.
Oh. Okay. What?
This is a weird question.
Careful.
I can handle that.
I don't know if I want to ask it.
Oh, dear. He'll answer. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Can you ask it?
No, you read it. Go ahead.
I'm good.
Which one is it? What is the best soap for washing a ram's testicles?
We didn't wash them. We were clipping the hair off.
Ooh, itchy.
Yeah, it was the fact that there was dirty hair all over these testicles, and I don't think we had a chance to figure out what was bad. We were shaving them. It's in the book. Go buy the book. Has anybody bought the book lately? It's a good book. It's a funny book.
I think I'm going to pass on that one, actually.
You must have read the book. Haven't you read the book?
I'm on my second go around with it. Actually.
Second go around. Okay.
After you place a dog, do you have to recertify that dog every year?
When I certify a dog, I sign a card, and I vary how long I want the person before I want them to come back. I mean, some people, if they're a little shaky, I'll have them come back next week, or month, or whatever. People who've had a dog before and are doing really well and things like that, generally it's every year.
Why don't you use pine pellets for poop?
What am I supposed to do with the pine pellets? Feed them, drop them, put them on the ground, whatever.
Oh, you mean to have them poop in the pine pellets? Like
Well, not when you can train them to poop in a what was it, bucket, like
Yeah,
Perry
that'd
did
be
the other
easier.
day.
Huh, baby. Yes, you good girl.
Shavings is probably what they're thinking of, and that gets awfully messy.
Well, we did that in these two for the winter time. And
For the
then
winter.
in
It
the
was
spring,
awful.
It was a mess, yeah.
Okay, we can quit now, home. Come on, we're going to have to do 2 more and we go. Okay.
Will the Frecklebutt sisters ever be coming to live in the house?
They're going to the big house if they keep this up.
Yeah, they're no, I don't think so. No, I've got somebody in here now. It's one thing if you've got one deaf dog to deal with. Those are Grace's dogs. She should get them someplace.
Is it okay to give a dog ice cream?
Ice cream? They like it. It's cream. It may come out in liquid form. It may go right through them like grease or butter or whatever.
When I was young, I had a German Shepherd, and every single day the ice cream man would come, and we'd go out and get something, and he would give our dog an ice cream sandwich every day.
Huh.
And it never bothered him.
Never bothered him.
Every dog I've had since then, every time they eat ice cream, they throw up.
Goes to show you it's not ice cream anymore. They put seaweed in it now.
Yeah, I know, yeah, really.
Okay. Are we done? We're done. We're done. Okay. Everybody, goodbye.
There are a lot of questions.
A lot of questions. Okay. I've had it. It's supper time.
I gotta go get
I'm going to turn the camera around sitting here. I'm going to shut the mic off. Whoopie pies on Thursday from Betty.
Yeah. And the
Okay.
big one is in the fridge down there. It's thawed, so.
So we can have it tomorrow? We'll have
I
a
won't be here, so.
We'll have a whoopie pie. You just try to get us to gain all the weight. I see. Okay, so we have whoopie pies Thursday. That'd be
I'll
fun.
take care of those, and then
You'll take care of-
it'll even out.
Okay.
No, I'll be here Thursday. I won't be here next weekend. I'm going to New Jersey.
Oh, great. New Jersey, that's where you ask a question and they answer it with a question. How do you get to Philadelphia? What do you want to go there for? You know? And people around here do that same thing, and I'm beginning to call people on it. What do you want to know that for? You know. Okay, we'll work it. They do. Okay. I'm back to shutting this off again. I thought I was going to say something, but I can't. It went away. Good night.